You keep saying that's who I am. I'm nice, I'm anxious, I'm a people pleaser, that's my personality. But no, that's totally wrong. In fact, what you're describing here is the result of many things that you've allowed. And when you understand that big difference, it's going to change the way you see your entire life. So let me explain a little bit more. In fact, when you say that you are like this, that's who I am, that's my personality, it's as if like you can't change because it's something that identifies you, something that is fixed. And this is what keeps you stuck, right? So all those things that you've allowed into your life, well, it's not fixed. It's a choice that you made. And you made these choices so many times before that eventually it becomes your identity and it becomes your personality. Well, that's what you think. And this is where it might keep you stuck, right? So, for example, all those times that you said yes, but deep inside you felt no. Or the times that you saw a friend and that friend was pissed or angry or whatsoever, and you absorbed that emotion and you felt that it was your duty to fix their mood. That's another example of what you've allowed into your life. Or, whenever you feel uncomfortable, you pick up your phone and you start scrolling because you feel uncomfortable. So all of these things are little behavior that you are having and that actually is not helping shaping who you truly are. And that's why you might have it all wrong with your personality right now. And that's why you might feel a little bit like far from who you truly are, far from your true self. Let me share with you when my shift happened. It happened when I was sitting in the doctor's office and she gave me the worst diagnosis that I've ever had in my life. In fact, it felt like all those um all those commercials that I've seen already with these people getting very serious diagnosis. It's as if like there's a part of you, your soul is disconnecting from your body and you're like floating. I felt like my soul was floating, watching my body and watching my body living that experience with the doctor and actually trying to focus on, first of all, what the solution was, and second of all, what did I miss? How did I get there? And to me, this is where I had like the biggest shift because I realized that the way I was living before, always trying to please people, always thinking ahead of the curve. Okay, what if I say that? How is that person going to react? If I do this, how is the consequence for this person? Instead of always thinking about me and my feelings and who I truly am and my values first, I was always prioritizing others. I was always anxious about the future. I would not focus on the present moment. In fact, my feet and my head were in two different places. While my feet were right there, my head was either in the past or way further in the future. And I was shocked. I was shocked. And when you're sick and when you have time to stay in the hospital for long days and just focus on not doing anything other than resting, thinking, and making important decisions on how you don't want to live your life anymore. And to me, this is when it happened that I told myself I've allowed way too much in my life, and it's time for me to go back into owning my power and doing things for myself. So it was a radical return to myself. That's why I changed the name of the channel. In fact, what you allow in your life, this is what you have to deal with eventually. And you pay with consequences. And that's what happened to me. That's why my body crashed. And that's why it, it expressed itself like it did because I had many, many prior signs. It was giving me so many signs that I was ignoring in the name of pleasing someone, in the name of doing this that was way more important than taking care of myself. And these signs sometimes they're little. And if you keep allowing these things in your life and it's not good for you, eventually all these small things are going to add up day after day until your body crashes or until something else happens. And it forces you to actually make a big change. So, what's hopeful here is that there is a solution, there is a way out, there is something that you could do to live a better life than what you used to. And in fact, it's about making a decision of what you are allowing in your life right now. And what you allowed in your life before, you can definitely decide to allow it out right now. So I'm inviting you to make this commitment to yourself if you want to live the life of your true self, not the life of others that have decided for you. No, the life that you want to live. And what have you allowed in your life lately or in the past that makes you feel this way right now, wanting to, be more um, be closer to the real person that you are. And if you feel lost right now, it might be because of that too. It might be because you were shaped so much by what others expected of you that you lost yourself along the way. So I'm commending you to get a radical return to yourself. And that's why my channel is called that way now. So let me know in the comments below, what's your commitment towards yourself today? I'll see you next time.